Hey all, we've got histology of the liver today, at least kind of in the way that I see it. And so basically what we've got on the screen is a little diagram that is a microscopic snippet of the liver. And so this diagram would repeat probably thousands of times in the liver. And so everything you see here, there's multiple copies of them. So what we first have is this portal triad. And so the bile duct is the green, the hepatic portal vein is the blue, and the hepatic artery is the red. And then you can see that the hepatic portal vein and hepatic arteries have branches that merge into the liver sinusoids here. And so the hepatic portal vein is carrying deoxygenated blood, but it's nutrient rich because it's just come from the gastrointestinal tract and absorption occurs there. And so that absorption is that the GI tract passes a bunch of nutrients into the bloodstream to be distributed to the body. The hepatic artery is nutrient rich and oxygen rich. And so the liver sinusoids are going to contain blood with oxygen in it to be delivered to these little brown squares here. These are the hepatocytes, but also a bunch of nutrients that are going to be delivered to these hepatocytes too. These hepatocytes are cells in our liver that are just super duper multitaskers. They're just amazing, all of the stuff that they can do. They're very metabolically active, so they also generate a bunch of carbon dioxide and waste products that will be taken into the sinusoids and transported away from the liver cells. So as the sinusoids pass by all of these hepatocytes, they end up merging into central veins. The central veins merge into our hepatic veins. There's a right and a left hepatic vein. And then the hepatic veins merge into the inferior vena cava, and that goes back to our heart, right? So remember, the right side of the heart is going to pump blood out to the lungs, the left and right lungs. And so that blood is nutrient rich because of the hepatic portal vein and this setup. But as it goes out to the lungs, there's not very much oxygen in it. So the lungs put the oxygen back into it. That blood comes back to the left atrium of our heart, pumps down into the left ventricle, and then that pumps out into our aorta, which is the first vessel in our systemic circulation. And that's how we get oxygenated, nutrient-rich blood to all of our tissues. So then if we come back to this diagram here, I'll talk about the bile system here. So these green things are ductules, and they've got little sort of bridges that go in between the hepatocytes and join ductules with each other, and these are called bile canaliculi. And so what happens is the hepatocytes make bile, they pass it into the bile canaliculi, and then that goes out into the ductule. So a bunch of hepatocytes making bile, sending it into the bile canaliculi and then the ductules. Those ductules merge back into the bile ducts, and the bile ducts then take the bile and merge into a couple hepatic ducts, a right and a left. The hepatic ducts merge as the common hepatic duct, and then takes a turn to the gallbladder as the cystic duct, and that's how we get bile into our gallbladder to be stored until we need it in the digestive system. And so hopefully that lesson on how the liver works was helpful for you.